Bliss, everyone. Welcome to another weekly reading. I'm a little yellow right now. Hold on. Okay, let's see. I'm still getting this lighting right, you guys. Okay, so welcome to another weekly reading. Everybody just go ahead and comment. Let me know that you're here. Rissa Vibes here, aka Readings by Rissa. So excited to connect with you as always. Today is another weekly live reading and energy update. We've got a ton of energy to tap into today. Lots of things to talk about, lots of things to process, I'm sure, from last week as well. And just connecting all together in this place of love, this web of light community that we have created, and allowing ourselves to connect to our soul family, like Josie's saying. Happy Sunday, Vibers. Leslie, hey Leslie. So excited for you all to join. Keep letting me know who's here. Keep commenting on how you're feeling today too. Let's get the conversation going to start this energy as well. So this week we are doing from 6:30, which is today, the very last day of June, the very last day of our miracle month, and moving into July, which is our month of forgiveness. And we will be covering until July 7th, next Sunday. So lots of energy to talk about. We have a new moon in Cancer on Tuesday with a solar eclipse. So I'm going to be going over all of the moon energy for you all as well today in this reading, and some extra information as well for things to come on the new moon. So let's go ahead and get into a review real quick. Let me get back to here. Okay, so last week the cards that we had were compassion, nature, and ancestral wisdom. So last week we were really feeling into our knowledge of our compassion, our ability to start to flow more into our heart, our ability to connect with our true self, our natural self, having those big realizations last week, and then also connecting into ancestral wisdom, allowing ourselves to really connect to our roots, connect to our family, allow ourselves to understand how we are connected in that way and what we have acquired from our family and our ancestral roots, so that we can get that wisdom that will help move us further into this next week. So that was our beautiful review of last week. I want to know how everybody's feeling, because there were a lot of transitions last week. Tons of things happening in everybody's world, a lot of unexpected things and a lot of expected things, just things that kind of flared up in transition and transformation. So I want to hear from you all on how you're feeling in your transitions in your life and how you have transformed this week and where you're at right now. So feel free to comment below and I'll go through the comments in just a little bit. And I'm super excited to just see who's on. So let's say hi to everyone. We've got Standing Champion here from California. What's up? Josie's here. Leslie's here. Linda's here. Hey, Linda. We've got CJ's here. Beautiful souls. Hello. Carmelier is here all the way from Central Cali. Tasha's here. Hey. So many people here. Chris is here as well. Andrea's here with her beautiful art and presence. So good to connect with you all. It feels so good to be here on another Sunday, connecting with you. And I hope you can see me okay. I'm learning this light. I got like this ring light and it's so fancy, but I'm like, I don't know what the temperature needs to be. So hopefully I look good, you guys. All right. So let's get into our spirit messages for this week, 6:30 to 7:7. All right, so the messages that I got from Spirit, these are just the messages that I got intuitively through meditation, through focus, through my own readings of the week. And for the first message of our Spirit messages section is flow with your heart and what it is telling you. That is the biggest theme that I'm getting for this week, is the heart energy, really connecting to our heart. And in our connection to our heart, we really want to stick to our vision of bliss and do what is necessary to bring that bliss into fruition, making sure that we sacrifice certain illusions to create real desires and allow ourselves to be honest with our heart space. This was what we were alluding to last week with all of that compassion really flowing into our energy. Now we're really encouraged to dive even deeper into our heart and really examine, reflect, and introspect about what our heart really desires and focusing on our bliss. What is going to bring you the most bliss? How are you blissful in your life? And how close are you to feeling that bliss as much as possible? Can you do different things in your life? Can you change things around? Can you release things or gravitate and receive new things that will promote more of your bliss. That is your navigation system. That is your compass for this week, especially with the Cancer moon that we're having on Tuesday, which I will go into influences of that a little later in this reading. But with that theme, Cancer is all about our heart space as well, our ability to flow and to honor our heart and our heart's true desire. Now with that, we're also going to feel very empowered in bold, brave definitions of ourself. If you haven't already been feeling this, because I know I have, I've been feeling really strong in boldness and bravery, courage. And so if you're not feeling this yet, know that it will be here this week, because there's a lot of astrological influences as well that are promoting really strong bravery, boldness, courage. And with that, it's important to have balance, right? If you're normally not a brave and bold person, then it's important to really surrender to that bold and braveness, to let yourself feel into that courage and that ability to feel grounded and strong in your true heart's desire and in your experience. If you are usually very bold and brave, maybe you're a Leo or a Capricorn, you feel this sense of strength all the time, then that is most likely going to be amplified this week if it hasn't already started for you. So make sure that you're really finding balance in ways to soften that into a more heart center and really focusing on the heart, leading with the heart with that bold and braveness, as to not rock any boats or cause any destructive energy that doesn't need to happen, with that amplification of that bold, brave energy. So making sure not to do things that are irrational or dangerous in any way. Just making sure you take risks that are feeling connected to your heart, that are feeling intuitive. And that's for people who are already bold, who might feel a little bit of a overzealous, bold energy from the energies this week. So just pay attention to that and notice how you are, how brave and bold you naturally are, and make sure you just find balance into that, whether you surrender to that energy or find ways to navigate in a harmony with it. Now with that, we're also wanting to feel committed to the jump. A lot of us had a lot of transitions last week. A lot of us had a lot of shifts in our energy. A lot of us had a lot of realizations or releasing of illusions. Whatever happened in your experience, whatever transformation you're going through, whether it's internally or externally, family, love, work, personal development, whatever it is, make sure that your fear of sticking that landing, of jumping into that new experience, does not cloud your commitment to that jump. Because the biggest thing to do is, with the energy last week, to really stay committed to that for a little while and let yourself feel into the reality of it and allow yourself to feel committed to it, so that you can stick the landing of that jump and not feel vulnerable or create breaks or problems that don't need to be there. You don't want to be too quick to make changes from the energy we just received. We want to really surrender to it and ground it into awareness, so that we can feel committed to the jumps that we're taking in our new energy and new adventures to come, especially in this week. Now, timelines have shifted, and we felt that last week. We talked about this in the last reading, feeling into the ways in which timelines are shifting in our life. We felt things slowing down and then speeding up, and then we felt things going completely in different directions. We want to recognize that and ask ourselves how well we are at staying committed and brave to those timeline shifts. Because remember, last week was really shifting us into more alignment, really shifting us into more awareness of our true heart's desire. So if we had a timeline shift because we've moved into that true heart's desire and that intuition, then we don't want to try to create a backpedaling or a too quick, too soon reaction to that shift. We want to really allow ourselves to feel comfortable in that new energy. Now, that's hard to say because we are usually so conditioned to be comfortable in what we know, but it's important right now that with the timeline shifts of last week, that we honor that, we allow it, and we stay committed to it and stay brave in its unfolding. So if you've experienced that, if you've experienced any timeline shifts, any sudden changes, comment below. Let me know how you're exploring it and how you're navigating through it, and how easy it is to be committed and brave to that, because I think it's hard for some, but it's easy for others too. So we can be a community that helps support each other wherever we're at in that, so that we can stay committed and brave this week to what we've been moving into. Because if we backtrack, then we're going to go back to where we were a few weeks ago, and that's just going to continue repeating cycles. So we don't want to do that. We want to move into the new energy so that we can have more promise and potential for the bliss that we are seeking. Now, with that, we want to remind ourselves of all the times the universe has had our back, because that's going to help us feel even more brave and bold. Remind yourself of when you really needed change, when you really needed prosperity, when you really needed guidance, when you really needed luck to be on your side or support. Remind yourself of those times so that you remember that that is valid, that that is a reality, that that happens. Because a lot of times we've always experienced that sense of always having what we need right then and there when we need it, or last minute right there. You know, we think we need it sooner, and then we when we really need it, we get that support from the universe. So reminding ourselves of that is going to help us feel more confident in our ability to trust and commit to the jumps that we've taken, and to commit to the timeline shifts that we've seen in our lives recently. This is also a time where the universe has cleared what you don't need so you can align with what you do need. So allowing yourself to really clear away emotions, thoughts, behaviors, situations that aren't something that your spirit needs right now, so that you can align with really what your spirit needs. A lot of us have gotten out of alignment over time, and so it's important for us to really rein back into our true selves. And that comes sometimes with sacrifice of things that we maybe want, so that we can receive what we actually need. And then we can circle back to what we want with a more balanced perspective and a stronger connection to our truth and our spirit. Now, as well, with that, we want to have that confidence that Cancer brings. The Cancer moon is on Tuesday, the new moon, and we also have a solar eclipse, which is the sun being able to illuminate our spirit even more and passing over shadow into light. And so with that, we are moving into a confidence in our ability to shift our vibration from any shadow experiences that we've had recently, allowing us to illuminate ourselves with our braveness to move away from any of that shadow experience. So the confidence is available to you if you choose it. If you can see that by grabbing your confidence, by grabbing your boldness, by grabbing your feelings of security and your feelings of promise and connection to your heart, that you are literally encouraging more confidence in your being that is going to help you move fully into the new timelines that the universe has provided, the new opportunities for abundance, luck, bliss, love, and expansion that comes with that illumination of your spirit from this eclipse, and the ability to move more into your true self. So this is a great energy flow that's coming up this week, and lots of things to tap into. So make sure that you're really allowing yourself to reflect a lot this week, being introspective, going within to check on your energy, to check on yourself if you are starting to have more doubts and fears, to make sure that you're clearing those right away, that you're redirecting your spirit with positive, heart-centered focus, because that is what's going to keep you in the right path. Remember, the heart is our navigation system. It is our compass, especially this week. So let that be a tool for you. Now, the last couple of messages I have is also that receiving gifts and miracles from the bravery and sacrifice that we have made is a big theme this week. We are going to really start receiving more awareness of our gifts and awareness of the miracles in our life, seeing really unexpected things, things that seemed impossible becoming possible in our life. Remember, June was the month of miracles according to the annual reading that I did last year, this year at the beginning of the year. And so I pulled a card for every month, and for the month of June, we had miracles. So we have been tapping into the path of our miracles, the timeline to bring us our miracles, the environment, the sense of self, the energetic vibration that attracts the miracles that we need in our life. And we are there now. There are miracles around us everywhere, and there is more opportunity to see the miracles flowing into our lives right now at this very time. So we're receiving those miracles from the bravery that we've had and the sacrifices we've had in letting go of illusions and things that we didn't need. That allows more capacity of our spirit and more capacity in our life to receive our blessings. We can't receive our blessings if our hands are full of fears and doubts and negative thoughts. We just can't, we can't hold it. We can't hold blessings. We can't catch them if our hands are full of all these other things that we've been comfortable with. So make sure to release that so that we can catch the blessings and the miracles that are flowing into our life right now. And then moving into July, since we are moving into the first day of July tomorrow, forgiveness is the card for July that I pulled in the annual reading. So forgiveness is going to be the fuel for our continued movement into our timelines of miracles and into our true self, making sure that we're forgiving ourselves for anything that we did that put ourselves in a situation that we didn't need, and forgiving ourselves for any judgments or any problems in communicating certain things, and also forgiving others for the same things, for any judgments and communication issues, for any circumstances that haven't flowed, for any kind of situations that haven't been understood, allowing yourself to really connect to forgiveness this month. It's going to be the biggest theme this month, and it's starting off tomorrow. And with the Cancer Moon Tuesday, we're going to have a lot of emotions flowing, a lot of heart focus, and a lot of heart energy. So if we can include forgiveness in all of the ways we process our emotions, we are going to have traction in really moving forward in our true heart's desire. So forgiveness is key, forgiveness of self and others. And this is also allowing opportunity for radical change for the better. When we forgive, we release things of the past and present that aren't serving, and we move forward into our divine opportunity for radical change. And we've seen a lot of radical change last week, and we're going to continue seeing this change unfold over our lives in the next few weeks and months. So allowing ourselves to feel connected to our heart, feel grateful, feel loving, feel centered in forgiveness is going to help us stay completely aligned and moving at the same pace that our spirit wants us to into all of these beautiful timelines for prosperity, abundance, luck, and rejuvenation of our spirit that we've asked for. So all of those things are coming our way this week, and we've got tons of support this week to help us with that. So let's go into astrology, but before that I want to just check on some comments and see how everybody's doing. Okay, so we also have MVHSN here. We've got Chris from Brazil. What's up, Chris from Brazil? Okay, so Linda says, uber happy past couple of days, spent much time listening to and loving me. Yes, such a good energy and such a great way to tap into that boldness of your spirit by really spending that time to listen to yourself and love yourself. Josie says, I've dropped 11 pounds by cleaner eating. It's been such a great journey. No sugar, no dairy, going on 2 weeks. Already over 7 weeks, no soda, no juices, extra stuff like that. Wow, that's amazing, Josie. And that is so important, that releasing those illusions of bad eating, right? Because we get so caught up in what tastes good and what feels good for our body. We think that, you know, that burger or that fried food or that sugar or that dairy is just, it just tastes so good. It's going to make me so happy. But then that's an illusion, right? Because our body really doesn't like it. So it sounds like you cleared a lot of illusions in diet that is helping you feel all of the gifts and miracles of that response. So good. And we've got Alessandro says, hello, Rissa. Alex from Greece. Hi, moving to Saudi Arabia in a month. We'll be back to my home country for a month in Italy. Last week was a big focus on my life purpose at 27. Wow, I wonder how much of what I did so far in my life really represents my potential and direction as a human being very reflective of what I can offer the world. Yes, and that is amazing. And hello from all of those beautiful countries that you've traveled to and have been connected to. That's so beautiful. And I totally agree with you that We are living an experience all the time. We are always experiencing something. We're always moving in some way in our life. And all of the experiences that we've had, all of the energies, all of the emotions, all of the behaviors we've done, everything that makes up our experience in this life is for a reason. And when you really introspect and reflect on all of the things that you have experienced and what you want, what your true heart's desire is, you start to recognize how your experience has reflected your true heart's desire and how you can learn from your experience in the past to continue fueling your heart's desire and continue moving towards what you want. A lot of times we have to recognize what we don't want in order for us to define what we do want. So there's that energy, but then there's also things that we've learned from the past, that we've experienced or endured from the past in our experiences, that allow us to define more of what we want and allow us to bring that wisdom, that strength from those experiences and into our life now as fuel to bring us into the endurance and continuous ambition and dedication and drive to receive what we want. So either way, experience in whatever way you've had it is going to help fuel your path and purpose. And there's a reason for it. The universe, your spirit, your higher self decided to come into this vessel, just like a video game when you choose your character. We chose this character. We chose this vessel. We chose this life experience for a reason because we knew it would give us the skills and the experiences and the networks and the opportunities that we would need to really, really move into what we divinely are meant to do here. So that is a beautiful reflection, and I'm so proud of you for making the time and taking that as a priority to reflect in that way. Queen Kells is here. She says, yes, I've been feeling that and I love it too. She says, thank you, Rissa, for helping release the baggage, and that cord cutting was excellent. Your help is definitely appreciated. Yes, I'm so glad the cord cutting helped. And she said, your music is such an uplift and help, Rissa, as well. Thank you so much. And hopefully all of you like the music too, because that is so good for right now as well. Just being able to use music as a way to heal and a way to connect to your heart. And that's why I made all this conscious music that I have available to you here on this channel and on all streaming services, is because I wanted to create conscious music that would heal and uplift people's hearts and align them in their chakras instead of bringing them into belief systems or patterns that or conditioning that doesn't align with their truth and doesn't align with the betterment of their being. So I see that a lot in mainstream music, so I really wanted to change that, and I wanted to offer healing music that was also still popular and still fun and still expressive in the same ways that mainstream music is, but with a better message. So I'm so glad that you enjoy that. And on July 4th, this upcoming weekend, I will have Electric Junkie, the dance remix EP to my original album, Spirit Junkie. It will be released on this weekend for 4th of July. It's a bunch of dance mixes, pop dance mixes that are just super fun to tap into, lots of summertime vibes, and it's got a brand new song called Shine Your Light, which is beautiful, and also a few remixes from Spirit Junkie that are all dance flavor. So check that out. It'll be available. It's available for pre-order on all streaming services tomorrow, but it will be released fully on all streaming services this weekend for 4th of July. So make sure to dance and rock to it on all your pool parties and cookouts and all the good summertime vibes. Okay, so everybody feeling good here. So let's move on into astrology, and then we'll go into our beautiful cards. So astrology focuses for this week, not too many, because the ones that we have are pretty big and bold, just like this week. So 7/2, the new moon on Tuesday. It is also it's a new moon in Cancer, and it is also a solar eclipse. I lost my words for a second. So it's the first of two big eclipses, and this eclipse is a solar eclipse. So we're gonna feel a lot of energy, like I said, illuminating our spirit, a lot of us feeling illuminated and revitalized from the shadow work that we did recently, and allowing ourselves to feel the passing of that shadow for illumination of our spirit and of our action in our light. So the sun and moon are in Cancer, and Cancer is very strong in the heart, and it's very strong in emotional energy and love and family. So we're going to have a lot of that focus on Tuesday. Now, with this energy, the sun and moon are also sextile to Uranus, which is allowing us to feel liberated and to really claim freedom in all the ways that we've needed it, from past and present conditioning and experiences that weren't serving us in whatever way. Reminding ourselves as well that home is where the heart is, that our Cancer sign in the new moon this upcoming week is allowing us to center in our heart and feel at home in our heart space. So allowing us to no longer be living in our head, but be living in our heart. And that's where that meditation that I gave you all last week is really comes into play, by meditating and imagining your head just not being there. And when you do that, you just instantly kind of go into your heart, and just trying to stay there as long as you can and breathe there. Also breathing with your heart, expanding and breathing with your heart can really help that flow of energy as well, so that you can hear your heart clearly. The sun and moon is also in Chiron, which is healing through love. It promotes us to heal through love this week. And so with that forgiveness, with that center of gratitude, with that compassion as well from last week, we're feeling more ability to heal through love and to heal through our heart space. So anybody needing heart healing or any kind of healing, or anybody needing us to hold space for them, I have a wonderful new little segment that I'm doing. It's a private gathering, only 22 spots available via video chat, and I will be connecting with you all on Tuesday for this gathering, and I'm going to be hosting it so that we can all hold space together, heal through our heart together and through love together, and allow ourselves to reflect on our heart space and our true heart's desire as a collective in a private group. And it will be available on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you're interested in that, it's only $11 to join, and the first 22 people that grab the spots, then those are the people that are in it. So it's a private event, so definitely grab it if you can, as soon as you can. And you can email me at readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, or you can message me on Instagram at readingsbyrissa to secure your spot. It's only $11, and again, it's on Tuesday, 7 p.m., and it's a healing and holding space for the collective. We're going to be doing some meditations, and we're just going to be really talking about what our true heart's desire is, what our experience has been in claiming it, how we've been experiencing transitions recently, any fears and doubts that we need people to hold space for or help us work through, allowing ourselves to be a collective and to be able to heal together. So if you're interested in that, again, email me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, to claim your spot. There's about 17 spots out of the 22 left, and I think it's closer to 15 now, because I had some people message me before we started here. So I just posted about it last night on Instagram, and people are already claiming their spots and grabbing the spots up. So if that's something that's resonating to you, definitely email me ASAP and we'll get you locked in, okay? All right, a couple other astrological events here. Well, actually only one other astrological event that's really strong is on Sunday. This is exactly 1 week from today, 7/7/2019. So it's a double 7 day. Lots of energy there for wisdom, learning, and big downloads of information that are going to help you move forward. It's also a really good time to go within so that you can connect with the heavens, because 7 is a heavenly number and it's got a lot of connection to the angelic realm. We're also wanting to really release any tensions and any confusions or any flare-ups of the fiery energy that we're going to be feeling from this week's energy as well, because we do have quite a bit of fiery energy this week. Another astrology influence that is going to happen throughout this week is Mercury in Leo, which means that our communication and our commitments and our energy in relationships is going to be very bold and brave and big. So we want to make sure that we are also balanced in that, and that we allow ourselves to find a little rest and to come down a little bit from that energy on Sunday by going within, retreating, relaxing, finding soul solitude. So that is our astrological influences of the entire week, and the numerological influence as well with that double 7s. And so I want to talk a little bit about some crystals for this week, and then we'll get into the cards for the weekly reading, and then we'll go right into the new moon reading real quick, okay? So let's see. Crystals, I wrote them down actually because there's a lot of them. Okay, so the crystals that I recommend for this week specifically, Herkimer Diamond, which I showed you guys last time, and I don't know if I have it right here because all my crystals got moved around. Yes, I do. Okay. So this is Herkimer Diamond. Boop, shoop. So pretty, so clear. It's a prism of light, and it's a really great crystal for right now. They are a little bit pricey sometimes. That's why I get the little ones, but the little ones are super powerful, so you don't have to get a huge one for it to be effective. You can roll it around in your hands. Your palm chakras can really activate with a Herkimer. And what the Herkimer does, it allows you to channel your dreams and information to navigate you to your dreams. So it's really bringing in a lot of prosperity, abundance, clarity, and your true heart's desire, and also allowing you to use your gifts to generate and step fully into your purpose, because that's what they're there for. Your gifts, all the things that you're good at, all the things that you're able to do that people aren't always able to do as good as you, all those strengths are there for a reason, to make you even more successful in your purpose, because you were born into this purpose. You were born into this life for a reason with the skills that you were given. So Herkimer is going to really bring clarity into that and allow you to connect to that. We also have rose quartz. So important. Rose quartz is so important too. And this one even has a little bit of Herkimer in it, I think, because it's got like a rainbow within it. That's how you can tell it's Herkimer too, because they usually, when you twirl it around, you can kind of see some rainbows in there, and which is allowing ourselves to feel really aligned to our chakras and allowing our chakras to really be amplified and really beam out a lot of that light, a lot of that rainbow aura, which is so useful to our balance this week. So then rose quartz brings us into the heart. So important, because we have that Cancer new moon and solar eclipse, and the entire week is so focused on the heart space. We really want to allow the rose quartz to connect us to our heart even deeper. And that's what rose quartz does. It connects us to our unconditional love, our true heart's desire, our forgiveness, our gratitude. So holding rose quartz near you throughout the week is really going to help you there, and also meditating with it to help you find forgiveness in certain areas and release certain illusions from your heart space if you're still not clear all the way on what you need to clear away in the heart. Also, tiger's eye, which I have. Where's my tiger's eye? Tiger's eye. These are tiger's eye, and these are all there for your bravery, your boldness, your confidence, your courage. We know that that energy is really strong this week, so we want to amplify it with the tiger's eye if you're not used to being bold and brave, or if you know that you tend to be resistant to being bold and brave and courageous. Use tiger's eye to help you amplify that. If you're already really bold and brave, I would not suggest walking around with these this week, because there's already going to be a lot of energy for you to plug into in that way this week without needing to amplify it with crystals. But if you have a tendency to kind of hide or shield yourself from being bold or brave or courageous, then tiger's eye can really bring you more into that energy. And then lastly, opalite. So good for, it's hard to see because it's so shiny, but it's so good for emotional balance. And it's kind of like a mother of pearl color. You can't really tell because of the light, but it's really, really beautiful for emotional balance. And actually I have it right here as well, so you can kind of see a little bit more of that mother of pearl kind of iridescence. And it is a man-made stone, but it is really good for emotional balance. The colors and just the energy of it really does resonate that. So it's going to help us move into more of that alignment with our spirit. I also did a post on shungite on my Instagram at Readings by Rissa the other day, and that is a really great protector stone and a really strong stone in standing your ground and staying supported in your truth. So that's going to be a really great crystal as well. I don't have any shungite on hand, so I have to get myself one anyway, but when I do, I'll make sure to show you guys. But you can also check my Instagram at Readings by Rissa for a full description and picture of that, okay? All right, so let's pull some cards for the week, and then we'll get into a little bit of this new moon energy real quick before we end, okay? So let's first take some nice deep breaths just to center in our focus and connect as a collective, connecting with all the people here live right now. We've got 24 people, and then also connecting to all the people who are going to be watching this afterwards at other times throughout the week. So we're connecting to all of them at once, allowing ourselves to close our eyes for a moment, and as a collective, let's inhale together. And big exhale to relax any tension, any distractions from your body. Another deep breath in as a collective with love and forgiveness and gratitude of our experience. And exhaling, relaxing into our heart center, into our true heart's desire, into our courage and bravery. Another deep breath in, welcoming all the spirit messages for this week through the cards. And exhaling to relax, fully allowing yourself to feel connected to this web of light community that we have here. And waking yourself back up ever so slowly if you'd like, or you can stay in meditation while I pull the cards, whatever feels good to you. And feel free to send some questions to the cards if you need a very specific answer on something or you need a sign. Ask for the sign. We are pulling a card for the beginning of the week of 7/1 to 7/7, July, the first week of July. All right, I see it. It's peeking up out of there. It's making its mind. The cards are choosy today. You guys are asking a lot of questions. You must be asking a lot of questions, and I had to find the right one to answer all of you. So there it is. All right, moving into the middle of the week, energy focus, understanding, and clarity for the middle of the week, allowing us to all feel supported here. All your energy is so powerful. I can feel all of you right now. It's like so powerful and so great, which is the best. That means that you're all amplifying your auras, which is fantastic news. All right, next card, end of the week card. Let's do a pick from the viewers. Whoever writes me first gets to pick. Should we do the Goddess Isis deck or the Healing Angels deck? Whoever says one of them first, Angels or Goddess, let me know. And that's who we're doing it. Isis, says Queen Kells. We got it. All right, for the end of the week, we're tapping into Goddess Isis deck cards. Such a good energy here. That one popped up right away, so good pick with your intuition. All right, let's see what we have for the week. Beginning of the week, soul solitude. Soul solitude is a focus. This is reminding us that it's so important to reflect inward, especially this week, so that we can tap into our heart energy. The only way that we tap into our heart is by tapping into our spirit, by going within, by really connecting to our heart's desire. A lot of our mind focuses on everything outside of us. It tries to problem solve and logic and strategize its way through life, but the heart is our soul solitude. The heart is our inner being connection. So this card is letting us know that for the beginning of the week, and I feel like really through the entire week, that soul solitude is an important aspect to our growth. The card itself says, your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time for you, okay? So that soul solitude is so important. Make sure you find time to give yourself that peace and quiet so you can connect to your heart and feel clear in that connection. The next card, so perfect, in the middle of the week is gratitude. Gratitude, finding ways to be grateful for your experience, for everything that you're experiencing, everything that you're going through, everything that you feel and are. Find gratitude for who you are, for what you've experienced in the past that has brought you to this moment in your life. Thankful for the feelings that you have that bring awareness and wisdom and bold and brave ways to move forward through it. Finding gratitude in all areas of your life. And forgiveness and gratitude are very connected, because when we forgive, we also find gratitude in why those experiences occurred. And then we are able to release certain things that no longer serve us and step even more into gratitude. So this is a really big deal for this week. And it's also speaking gratitude, because this is the throat chakra, this turquoise blue So we want to really be communicative of what we are grateful for, speaking it out loud, speaking it internally, speaking it to those that we are connected to so that they know what we are grateful for in them as well, and really allowing ourselves to not silence our gratitude in any way. And the last card, the end of the week card, Abundance of Sothis. You can't really see that, but here's the beginning, the front of the card, the picture. And the card itself says, abundance in many forms is increasing in flow to you. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, your love, wisdom, and self, and enjoy the abundance responsively flowing to you in many forms over and over again. Unlimited abundance and prosperity, luck, and revitalization of your being is coming to you this week. And I feel that so strongly with all the messages received as well, especially with the end of the week being that 7-7, the double sevens, all of that energy of revitalizing and really finding balance in the reflection, moving forward into all the miracles that we have around us and feeling completely connected to all of it. So before we go, let's go over a little bit of this new moon energy for you all. I want to tap into this real quick, and then I'll pull a couple cards for the new moon to add to it. So like I said, let me just review real quick. Soul Solitude, Gratitude, and Abundance of Sothis, unlimited abundance flowing to you this week with the Soul Solitude and Gratitude. If you can stay connected to your inner being, if you can stay grateful and forgiving and in your heart center, then you are going to receive all of the abundance, all of the miracles that are awaiting you. Okay? All right, so let's get into the new moon to tap in a little bit deeper here. New moon in Cancer and solar eclipse. I'm going to go through this relatively quickly, but not too quick to be annoying with it. But I want to make sure that we get through it. So new moon in Cancer and the solar eclipse is on Tuesday, 7/2, July 2nd. And this is important because we've got this 7 month, which is connecting us to the higher realms, the angelic realms, and heavenly energy. And then we have this too, that unification, and also sometimes that balance and sometimes duality, the balance of duality for unification of our spirit. So we're feeling that energy on the 2nd, it's Tuesday. And the Cancer energy is the water sign. It is the emotional flow of the zodiac. And Cancer is the heart center as well. So we're feeling all of this energy, and shout out to all of the Cancers that are connecting here and all the Cancers in the world. Happy birthday to the Cancers starting this month as well. So we're feeling a lot of energy here and emotions and emotional flow within our heart space. So a lot of the messages I received here, I'll read through them, is the first one is flow the right emotions into the right places. So really paying attention to the cups. If you're familiar with the tarot of the cups suit, is that cups are all about filling your cup up with water or with abundance or whatever it is. And Cancer is that watery flow, and water is relevant to emotions and spirituality and clarity and meditation. So when we flow the right emotions, positive emotions, abundant emotions, emotions that are going to promote more positive experience, and we flow it into the right focuses, the right aspects of your life. If you're focusing on work and you want abundance there, making sure you're finding gratitude and positivity and love and compassion and excitement in your career so that you can flow that energy into the cup of your career so that that overflows with abundance and positive energy. Same thing with love and family relationships. So flowing the right emotions, the positive emotions, into the appropriate cups, and making sure that you're not flowing any negative emotions into areas that you don't want negativity to be in, which should be nowhere, right? Because we don't want to really experience negativity, even though it's inevitable. We want to do our best to keep it away. Also, opportunities for abundance are even more expanding when you accept your emotional truths and honor them with healthy responses. I'll say that again because it's really important. More opportunities for abundance are flowing to you when you accept your emotional truths and honor them with healthy responses. we can see our emotional truths, we can connect to what's true in our heart and what our emotions are really truly saying. But if we're not honoring them with healthy habits and healthy responses, if we're deciding, you know what, my truth is, I just need a change and I don't know how to get it. And then we honor that truth with going out to the bar and getting wasted, or going and surrounding ourselves with friends that usually don't have the best advice or don't have the same kind of energy we're wanting to promote in our life. That's not a healthy response to your heart's truth. So make sure that you're responding healthily to your truth and not creating kind of a backlash out of nowhere for no reason. Also, things that can be a part of your new adventures have been released, or things that can't be a part of your new adventures have now been released as a sacrifice for your alignment. So recognizing that and allowing the release of things that don't serve you right now so that you can feel completely aligned, knowing that there are sacrifices sometimes with tapping into your true heart's desire and honoring them in a healthy way. But when you do it, despite those sacrifices, you always come out on top because you've honored yourself and your truth. Also, there's a lot of intuition in your emotions. So your heart is speaking through you and to you at all times this week. So allow your intuition to really speak to you through your heart space, and make sure you're listening to your heart. Make sure you're loving yourself, just like Linda said. So important to take the time to meditate or just find soul solitude to really listen to your heart, free from any external experience, allowing you to really have the answers within, because that's when you're going to trust it the most anyway, if you get practice in that, because that is how you really get validated in the things that you experience, is by trusting your heart, then doing that work, and then realizing that, hey, I'm so glad I trusted my heart because look at how this worked out for me. And also we go back to reminding yourselves of all the times when that has worked for you in the past so that you can feel even more confident in that. Also, Cancer signs are very confident and charming. And so since we're tapping into the new moon in Cancer on Tuesday the 2nd, we want to use that charming energy and that confident energy to really continue moving us forward, not letting us get self-doubting or letting us go into energy that doesn't align with us, allowing us to use our charm, our intellect, our confidence to continue promoting positive changes in our life that have recently occurred. And then the last message on the spirit side for this new moon and solar eclipse is that the moon will allow balance and serenity from any intensities so that you can see clearly. So any intense emotions, any intense dramas that you've been feeling that you haven't been able to see through because it's just so intense you can't really quite think or see straight, know that that is going to balance with the new moon on Tuesday, that you're going to kind of settle into a new flow with your heart and a new understanding of your emotions so that you can really translate what your heart is telling you. So if you're feeling any confusion still with the amplification of energy running through your heart, know that it will balance in the new moon. And definitely come to the holding space, the healing and holding space gathering I'm doing at 7 p.m. on the new moon on Tuesday as well, if you're feeling some of that confusion, because we can work through that there as well together. Okay, and then another thing real quick is that any vulnerabilities that are exposed in your heart from heartbreak, especially regarding love and family, will make you step into your power of your soul. So if you're experiencing any heartbreak, if you're feeling down, or if you're feeling like you've lost something or you haven't found clarity where you need it, or you're feeling down in any way, know that you are in a place where your soul power is amplifying and that you are going to move more strongly in your confidence, awareness, and integration of your soul power with this experience. So any heartbreak that is going on is going to be immediately balanced with soul power and the ability to endure and continue moving forward. Now, we also have a couple of just astrological influences I'll say real quick. We've got Mercury with Uranus feeling into a lot of these communications, commitments, relationships, and feeling a higher mind perspective, feeling a spiritual and intuitive perspective on communication, relationships, and commitments. So make sure you're using your intuition for those things to continue that energy this week. Also, Jupiter squaring Neptune means that we are tapping into a connection to our home and family growth, as well as an understanding of balance and security and new change, finding new security in new changes, new adventures. So we're literally transforming, we're expanding, we're growing with the transformations that have occurred in our life. No matter what they look like or how they seem, we are growing from it. And then Saturn squares Neptune, so allowing us to feel a little bit of that tough love, really having that Saturn really forcing us and forcing our hand in a lot of ways in things that we need to change so that we can grow into our soul power as well. So don't resist the changes, don't resist the tough love from Saturn, and don't resist that intuition to move in a place that might not feel that might feel a little risky. Know that that's your spirit and that's Saturn kind of guiding you into new environments and new experience to help you grow. Okay, so that is our new moon in Cancer energy. And I don't have a ton of time left, but I do want to pull some cards. So let's go ahead and pull some cards for the new moon. And then I'm also going to just try to channel I'm going to try to channel just a general message for this Cancer moon, because don't have a ton of time to go through each of the zodiacs for this moon, but I'll do my best to do that at the gathering as well on Tuesday. But at least let me do a nice channeled message for the entire new moon and solar eclipse. So let's go ahead and just relax for a moment here. Breathing deeply, and I'm just calling on higher self, as well as any additional spirit guides of love and light and high vibration who wish to connect through me for the sake of a message for this new moon in Cancer and solar eclipse, as we breathe together here to wait for a message. Your heart is a prism of light. Your heart radiates divine energy, vibration of luminescence and color, allowing you to paint your experience with the energy that you have within your heart, knowing that there are many areas in the heart space that hold light and capacity for new growth and creation. But there are often times when the light has been dimmed, when there has been certain characteristics that have caused a clouding of the heart, tension, energy that doesn't serve, doubts, fears, interactions, imbalances in the heart that dim the light of the heart, the prism of the heart. Recognize that there is a rainbow of light within the heart space, reflecting the rainbow of light from all of the chakras that emanate from your being into your aura. If there is any chakra out of balance or dimmed in any way, limited of its purest positive potential, the heart space will let you know, allowing you to reflect on your heart's desire, reflecting how close you are to achieving your heart's desire and what may be missing that can allow you to shine brighter through the heart, ultimately allowing you to shine brighter in your manifestations and your ability to create all that you need in this world and all that you want in this world as well. Knowing that at times we have to sacrifice what we want for what we need so that we can circle back to what we want with this awareness of the true revitalization of the rainbow prism of light within our heart space. Knowing that we can only function in pure bliss, when we have this prism radiating divine light, not limited by experience, emotions, trauma, or any other dimming or dulling factor to the light of your being. Shine brightly in your heart space, Trust the light of your heart and where it is guiding you, and clear away any fogginess, cloudiness, or dulling of your light so that you can beam into your new prosperity and miracles that await you. Okay, so that is for the new moon in Cancer and the solar eclipse. So that's a nice little channeled message. Before we go, let's pull some cards, just a couple for the new moon as well. And let's go with the Healing with the Angels deck since we haven't done these ones yet. And hopefully that helped you all, that little channeled message. It felt like it was my higher self speaking through, but I'm not quite sure. It's an energy of love and light. She didn't really have time to tell, so. All right, so for the Cancer and new moon, I'm gonna pull two cards here. All right, wow, very cool. Okay, I'm gonna get a clarification card on this last one real quick. Okay, good. All right. So we've got three cards. The first card is blessings. Blessings are coming with the new moon in Cancer. And look at this angel dropping the flowers, the blessings onto the town. So many miracles just being granted and given to us all when we follow our heart and when we connect to allowing and receiving the blessings that are coming to us by doing the work that we've been doing those last couple of weeks. So blessings are here. Now, in addition to that, we also have romance, letting us know that there are blessings in romance to come. And there's also blessings in romancing yourself and romancing your vision for your future, your true heart's desire. If romance is your true heart's desire, there will be blessings for it. But also, it's important to have a romance with your heart, to love your heart, to connect to your heart, to know that your heart is guiding you and it is strengthening you and empowering you in receiving all of the blessings that you're meant to have. And the last card for the Cancer new moon, divine timing. Divine timing, letting us know that we are connected to divine timing, that when we surrender to our heart, our blessings, our romance of our heart, and any romance that we feel we want and need, we find it in divine timing. Everything flows in divine timing. Our blessings flow in divine timing, and so does our romance. So making sure that you look at it from both perspectives, not just that there's romance coming, but also how can you romance yourself? How can you romance your vision of yourself and your vision for your path? How can you romance the manifestations that you want to come into your heart and into your experience? And also allow the divine timing of it all, because it is happening at the right place, at the right time, always for you, okay? So quick review: soul solitude at the beginning of the week, gratitude for the middle of the week, abundance of the Sothis, limitless abundance at the end of the week. And then with all of that energy, we've got beautiful blessings, romance, and divine timing, okay? Such a great energy to tap into. So much going on this week. So definitely message me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, if you want to join the holding and healing space gathering that I'm hosting on the new moon in Cancer on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. It'll be a live video chat, private chat for only those who were able to get into the gathering before it closed. There's only 22 spots available, and I think there's only like 15 now, and probably a little bit less now, because there's a bunch of people that have already been saying they want to start it today from this announcement. So I love you all. Let me just read a couple of your comments real quick so we can sign out. Queen Kel says, I've been actually feeling moments of excitement and bliss. It is as if I'm feeling into a future timeline. It's been amazing. Yes, yes. And that's what you need to do. Center in your heart, breathe with your heart, and embody the emotions and feel the emotions of bliss, of you receiving all that you are meant to receive, that you are asking for, because it is happening. And when you can put yourself there through your heart space and emotionally, then you end up being able to receive it so much faster. Phil Christophers is here. Hey, Phil. He said, I just pulled the Chariot card thing things are on the move then. Yes, absolutely. And things are on the move. We know that for this week as well, with all the energy we just talked about, is that things are moving. We're ready to move, and we're allowing ourselves to tap into the activation and the action of our awareness that we've gained over the last couple of weeks, the action of our true heart's desire. And we talked about that last week as well, that this week was really about putting in action towards what we want. And now that we've done that last week, we're moving into even more development of our action, even more movement forward, even more of our ability to trust that. All right, Josie said very beautiful. Yes, she felt like your higher self. Thank you. Linda said sounded like Sarahai. I know your angel. I can never say her name now after I've channeled it before, but yes, definitely rainbow often for sure. And I love all your comments. Phil Christopher says, be bold and daring as the chariot. Yes, be bold and daring in your actions. Absolutely. And Josie said, thank you for the great reading. It resonated with me. I have a great Sunday Soul family. Love you, Rissa, says Leslie as well. Love you guys too. High Priestess says, love you too, Leslie. Yes, all the love in our soul family connection. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see some of you, or maybe all of you, on Tuesday for that holding and healing space gathering at 7 p.m. Central Time. Make sure to follow me at Instagram on Instagram at Readings by Rissa, so you can see all the daily posts that I post as well, all of the awesome information that I give you to continue navigating your path on there. And message me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, if you need a personal reading, past life, mediumship, general reading, energy cleansing, mentoring, counseling. I do it all, dream interpretations, all of it. And also message me there for a ticket to that gathering on Tuesday. I love you all. Make sure to share this reading with a friend, spread the light and love, comment, like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and make sure you continue living in your truth, being bold and brave and loving yourself along the way. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day and a beautiful week. Happy solar eclipse on Tuesday, a new moon in Cancer. I love you all. It's so hard for me to say goodbye because it's so fun to connect with you all here, but have a great day. And hey, Kiwi, I see you. I didn't even know you were here, so good to see you, girl. I missed your comments. But good day to everybody from Kiwi as well. Love you all. Peace and blessings.